Hi everyone, this weekend we're going to head up to Kenilworth. I'm going to take mum and dad, the kids, a few of my mates, and we're going to check out the new MY21 Patriot Campers range. I'm here at mum and dad's place here, and they've got the new X3, so let's help them load up. Hey Dad, are you excited for the weekend?
Yeah, dead excited.
Excellent, fantastic. Yeah, well why don't you bring the car out and put it here, and we'll get the trailer over and load it up. So obviously the beauty of the X3 is the fact that it's 3.75 metres long and 1.85 wide, being the size of a small car. So it fits perfectly next to Dad's car in the garage there, and we'll pull it across and start loading it up. All right, Dad, what I'll do, I'll take the power cord out and then you pull it into position, all right? So we've got full-time charging with the 240 input. So we've been charging the batteries overnight. So we've got a full charge before we go away. And as you can see, it's only 1,175 kilos dry. Even Dad can pull it around the garage and get it in position. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to start loading up the back of the trailer, okay? With this is where the big bulkier items are, okay? That's where we're going to keep them. So we'll open these up, and that's it, Dad. Open that up, drop that down. That's where your big tables and your chairs, your buckets of pots and pans, the stuff that you don't really know where they're going to go, okay? And then typically they end up in the back of the car. Well, that's what this space is used for. Your LED lighting throughout the whole trailer. Nice and easy to see what you're putting in there, and there's plenty of space still on top of the chairs inside. With that as well, you've got your large pull-out drawer, okay, that opens up here, and this is where you're going to put towels, clothes, dry food, stuff that you want to have access to inside the trailer. Obviously you can lift up the chair inside and be able to see exactly what you've got in here. So that's what I would recommend for here. And this little area here, little is massive. This has got so much stuff in it. So in here, I'm going to show you full walls kit for the awning, okay? You have the front tent sail, okay? And you've also got the ladder brace that you can put on in soft sand and things like that. Now, there is so much more space. I'm going to put my hand in there. You can pretty much see it goes right the way up to my shoulder. So that is a great area for those things that you're not really going to use all the time and you want to keep dust free and dry, obviously, as well. So we'll put them back in there later. What I'll do though is we'll show you this area here. Perfect for tools. Again, you know, things like, what have we got? Pegs in there. Now I'll probably have my screw peg kit in there as well. And also you've got your wheel brace, your bottle jack, things that, again, you're only going to use at certain times. That's what I'd put in there. Again, dust and waterproof. On this side here, this is where what we're going to put in the trailer eventually is the porta potty. You can also do another fridge if you want to. There is another power output. That just slides out of here, okay? And you can load easily, you can remove easily, and there's little strapping points for that as well. So I'll get Mum and Dad to load that up in a bit, and I'll go over the kitchen, I think, and see Mum. Perfect, Mum. What do you reckon? How big's the kitchen?
Beautiful.
It's massive, isn't it?
Fantastic, yeah.
All right, so what we're gonna do is in here, this is what I would sort of recommend when you're packing it, okay? We wanna do sort of cups and mugs and stuff like that in here. Yeah. Dry food, you know, snacks, nuts, that sort of stuff, tin food as well in there. And again, under here, you could also put bowls under here as well, all right? This storage area here is perfect for your salts, peppers, teas, coffees, oils, you know, things that you're using on a regular basis, all right? So that you're in and out of there. That's how I would pack it. Everyone's got their own way, so you might find once I leave you later today that you might want to rearrange it, but that's all right. Up here, long barbecue tongs, spatulas, sharp knives, that sort of stuff that you're gonna, one is a long utensil, okay? Yeah. And also keeping the knives away from the kids when they're around, okay? That's what I would recommend there. And what's really cool about this is you've got a little spice rack on the side, so you can put all your herbs and spices in.
Fantastic.
There, all right, so I'll crack on with Dad. Why don't you start loading up, all right? The trailer is so easy to use, and once these guys understand where everything is, they're gonna love using it, okay? They're gonna love the functionality, where everything's placed. And once you've got it all set up, you know, your dry food sort of stays in there when you don't use it all the time, okay? So you're not gonna be continually loading, you're gonna have things left over from the last trip. It really is just loading up the fridge and putting the clothes in. And the X3 comes with one gas bottle holder as standard, that'll suit up to a 4.5 kilo gas bottle, and then you've got the option for an additional gas bottle holder as well. So with standard, you've got the one here, and then you can just throw a strap over the top, Dad, and that'll secure it in. All right, so all we've got to do now, we've reversed the car up, we've got to slide the DO35 hitch over the top of the DO35 pin, and hitch up the trailer. So hook up the safety chains, put the lights in, Anderson plug, and we're ready to go. And that is as easy as that. Hey Dad, you got me?
Yeah, got you, son. Just coming into view now, just down the hill here.
Look, we're just going to head into Kenilworth now. We just got through Mullaney, so yeah, we'll meet up with the others there and then get into camp. You excited?
Very excited. Should stop at a nice place for lunch, I think. Nice balcony overlooking the valley, hopefully.
All right, I'll see what I can do for you. The kids are pretty hungry, so. All right, well, I'll catch up to you when we pull up. Hello.
Hey mate.
Fancy meeting you here. How you going, Josh? All good? Nice to see you. Hello. All right. Oh, good to see you.
G'day, I'm Josh.
And I'm Michaela.
And we're travelling campers based in Mildura, Victoria.
So we're out here in Kenilworth today. We've just met up with Tommy and the crew. We're about to head out to camp, and we're really excited to try the new X1H.
Yeah, well, we're just out here just a couple of weeks ago. We spent about 3 nights out here, explored the place, some awesome creeks, awesome waterfalls. This place is amazing. Just yeah, the nice little township there. Hopefully we might get to check out the bakery. But yeah, no, we're so keen to get into it.
Oh, good to see you. Hello. All right, nice to see you. Hello, Harry. How you going? All right.
Hey, my name's Harry.
And I'm Ellie Brooks.
We're both from the Coolangatta area. Yeah, looking forward to trying out the X1N camper trailer.
We're usually coastal campers.
Yeah.
Everything revolves around surfing for us, so it's pretty exciting.
Good opportunity to go inland and yeah, try it out. Go at Bluff Creek Campground and yeah, try it out and see what it's got.
Well, I think we're all excited to get out there.
Hi, Harry.
All excited. The kids have been in the car for ages, so they're pumped. They've been up. They've been telling me I'll be there yet for about 4 hours, and we didn't even leave the house. So we're excited to get on the bikes, and you guys are all excited to use the new MY21 Patriot Campers range.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's go then. So we've just got here to Kenilworth and we're all ready to go. Everyone's excited, the kids are excited to get out the car and get stuck into riding bikes, kayaking, getting in the river. So let's get the show on the road. All right team, pub was good. Mum and Dad, what do you think?
Can't wait to set up camp, Tom.
Yeah, I think the big challenge is is finding what our campsite's going to be, I suppose. Hopefully it hasn't been too busy.
No, it seems like it's a massive area, mate, so I'm keen to get in and have a look. We should be right.
I'm looking forward to spending some time with you, Tom, and the kids.
And that's what camp is all about, Mum, bit of family time. But look at this as you come over this ridge, guys. Have a look at the scenery.
Wow.
Wow, that is something else.
So green.
That is so green. That is absolutely magical.
I reckon if we can get a spot right next to the river, I think we've scored. So let's just see how we travel. I reckon coming through here, this looks epic. I think it's about to open up as well.
Wow, pretty crazy how you can see the whole valley.
Well guys, we've just got to camp and all the crew's setting up behind me, and we're going to run you through the MY21 Patriot Campers range from the X1N all the way through to the X3. So then you can decide which one's right for you. So this is a trailer me and the kids will be using this weekend, the X1. Now, this trailer is the family trailer. So if it's mum and dad and one kid, or mum and dad and four, we've got you covered with a kids room and a separate area for the mum and dads. So with the kids room staying attached on this one today, I'm going to show you exactly how quick this can be set up for your family. So behind me is the X1 and the CS3 integrated tent. I've got the kids room attached with the main room there, and the whole thing folds up on top. So for those quick family getaways without having to zip other pieces on, that's all you do. Now, the kids room is nice and easy. You've got one pole, a couple of pegs, and up it goes. Throw the kids' sleeping bags in there and the kids are set up. Mum and dad are a little bit different, and I want to show you inside at how this tent is going to suit you. So inside the CS3 integrated tent, you'll notice a large area here. So when you want to get changed, or when the family want to get changed, you've got a really great space to do that in. Up here on the bed, you've got a gel top pocket spring mattress, which is so comfortable. You basically can keep all your bedding up there, so when the ladder's folded over, you don't have to remake the bed. You've got large area as well, so you've got really nice space. You don't feel on top of each other, which is a really nice feature. All the windows are a midgie-proof mesh, which means you're not going to get the bugs inside, and also you're going to catch a really nice breeze by being up high. You've got 12-volt outlets up in the corner, so you can charge your devices at night. You've got lighting throughout, and you can actually dim that lighting too. So when the kids are going to sleep, you can give them a nice ambient lighting. Also, you can zip these windows up, so in those winter, cold months, you're going to stay nice and warm inside the tent. If we head down the nice staircase that we have produced, it's going to be a lot easier on your feet to get up, and you've also got a grab rail here, so it's lots more stable when you're trying to get down the ladder. If we go to the floor as well, it's a full unzippable floor. So if it's covered in mud or sand, you can unzip the whole thing, hose it off and zip it back on as you need. So keeping the tent clean is very, very important to us, especially when you've got kids around and they're getting muddy. Into the kids' room, You've got all the ventilation you need. They've got nice little air vents here that are going to bring the air up through and bring it into the main tent. You can also got a nice hook here that you can hang a fan or a lantern just for the kids. There's plenty of space in there for 2 mattresses like we've got today, or 2 bunks. So for a family from 1 child all the way up to 4 children, this is going to do the job. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna set up the X1N. Now the X1N can be used for so many different things, whether you've just got the kayaks and the swags like we have this weekend, or you've already got your current tent set up that you really like, you're just trying to get weight out your car and a proper base camp setup. This weekend, Ellie and Harry are gonna be using the trailer as how they would use it, and they're gonna show us how to do it.
Yeah, camping in the swag fits us perfectly. We've got
Yeah.
a pretty active lifestyle, so
Yep.
having the kayaks on the top.
And then just throw the swag on.
Yeah, just yesterday we had to take the kayaks down the river, which is probably I don't know, a K away, so we didn't want to drag those. Put them on top, bring the trailer down. The trailer's
Yeah.
pretty small on the back, so
The swag could just stay at camp.
stay at camp and we could use that. So
It's convenient.
yeah, it was really easy, and we had the awnings up and they came in within a second. So
Yeah.
yeah,
And the swag's fine for us. We don't really.
yeah,
It's comfy.
fits our lifestyle perfectly.
Yeah.
So.
So right now we're going to talk about accommodation. Now behind me is the X1N, and Ellie and Harry are using that, and they've got the swag and the kayak options. Okay, so they wanted a little bit more of an adventures weekend. Now, if they did decide to then take the bikes and things like that, they've still got plenty of space on top of the trailer, and it makes it easier for loading as well, rather than loading on the top of your car. So if they ever did want to then upgrade and get into the rooftop tent, they can absolutely do that by bolting it straight to the top. Let's have a look more at the EXO-Rack system. So you get 4 bars as standard. That's going to give you really good support under your rooftop tent. Now, you can add additional bars in there as well to create more of a platform feel and also give you better loading capabilities. With the slots in the EXO-Rack bars, you can mount any accessory you like. Shovel mounts, bike holders, kayak holders, you name it, you've got it. So with that, the EXO-Rack is the perfect addition to the X1N.
Another way we could use those EXO racks is put a rooftop tent on.
Yeah. Depending on like where we were going or how long for.
Yeah, the car is a lot higher and you've got to climb up onto it. At chest height, so it's quite easily to get in. So if you wanted to stay off the ground and not use the swag,
Yeah.
it's probably a good option, especially if you're on the beach and there's a lot of
Yeah.
sand around.
And you could even fit the swag in the back of the trailer and put the rooftop on too, because there's enough room.
So now we're going to run through the X1H. Now the X1H is the tourist trailer. For those people doing quick overnight stops, getting to their destination and then setting up, this is the trailer for you. It's quick, it's easy, it's all automated with your little remote control, but also sets up to a massive family camper if you are doing those big weekends with the family. But if you want speed, this is the one, and Josh and Michaela this weekend are going to be showing us how to set up the X1H and how it's right for them.
X1H was super easy to set up. We didn't have the change room on for this weekend, so we literally just hit the button, flipped that lid up, pulled it out, fold the ladder down, and we were done.
Yep.
I think if we stayed a couple of days, we're only here for a couple of days, so
Yeah, if it was a bit longer.
yeah, and if we did have another day of full rain, or we're going to be here for a few more days, we definitely would have easily connected that change room on.
Yeah, definitely.
Now here we have the X1H. As you can see, can set up for a nice simple overnighter, and for those who are not looking for too much of a fuss. But we can also zip on the change room that will fill this area in, should these guys want to stay for a few more days and have a bit more privacy in their setup. So just like the X1, you've got the tropical roof over the top. You've also got large windows for really good airflow that are all surrounded by a midgie-proof mesh. As you can see, I'm standing under the main entrance point to the trailer where you have your staircase. So if it's raining, you're still not getting wet. You're still going to be able to take off your thongs and climb up inside the tent and roll down either your midgie-proof mesh or your full privacy screen. This is really the tourist trailer for those people wanting to do quick overnight stops. But obviously it can expand to suit a number of different families. Let's leave these guys in peace and see what the rest of the crew are up to. Behind me is the X3. Now the X3 is perfect for those looking for a little bit more luxury in their camping setup. Now this weekend, my mum and dad, Colin and Jane, will be showing us exactly how quick and easy it is to set one of these up.
Well, setting up camp, you just work together. You kind of, after you've done it a couple of times, know what each of your easy job for you is, and it's just a walk in the park, really.
Behind me we've got the X3. Now we saw how easy it was to open up and what it unveils inside. We've got the ladder to the left of me and the staircase at the rear. So there's two entry points. We've got a bed inside, you've got the table and you've got the couch. Now let's go and see why this is living luxury. Now we're inside the X3, you can see how much space this really has. A nice L-shaped couch with a table makes breakfast, lunch, dinner really, really easy and convenient, and to be out of the elements when you need to. Plenty of storage inside as well, with areas underneath and underneath the seat I'm sitting in. And for the families who want to use this as another bed for grandchildren or younger children, this whole area makes one big bed. Not to mention the bed. Being an enlarged double bed with a pocket spring gel top mattress, you really do have that space so that you're not too close to each other and you're going to be very, very comfortable. There's actually a sheet that rolls over the whole top of this so that you can keep the bed made as the bed folds over the top. Now what I love about the X3 is the different zones of lighting. So you can grab your remote. That can also be magnetized to the side of the pole, so it's nice and convenient. You can turn all different sections on and off, and you can dim them as well. Another great feature, again, put it in a convenient location, and away you go. This in here is so spacious, you could easily get 4 adults in here, or mum, dad, and 2 children.
So yes, so in the future, if I was going camping, it'd be lovely to take one or both of my grandchildren and flip up the seat and make it into a bunk bed. I'm sure they'd have a really good night's sleep with Nan and Grandad, wouldn't they?
So this weekend is all about showing you the differences between the models. Now behind me, I've got the X1N and the new hexacore awning. The hexacore awning is something that we've been working with and we saw last year on the X3 and we found it so versatile and usable. The material is 50 UPF, okay, so it's going to be a lot cooler on sunny days like this. And also it's easy to put up with integrated poles with little magnets that hold them up so there's no clips and things like that. All the poles are adjustable, so if the weather comes in, you can change the height of the awning, so you can adjust the angles so the rain runs off nice and easy. Now, with the X1N, you do have different tents. So what we've done to help that is put up these infill panels, okay? And what the infill panels are gonna do is they're gonna be able to stop the rain and stop the sun from coming into your kitchen. And what you can do is unzip this once the rain has gone, to bring some air into there. As you can see, easy to put up, nice and lightweight, and most important, compact. So you can store it in really small spaces. But guys, this is the awning that you want when it's a day like today.
The Picor awning is really easy to set up. Yeah, if you were by yourself, so you could still put it up quite easily, but yeah, with two of us, it was
fine.
Yeah, within 5 minutes it was up and ready to use. So if you did see a bit of a rain squall coming over,
Doesn't take long.
Yeah, you need a bit of shade. Yeah, definitely.
Perfect.
Definitely quick to put up, that's for sure.
Now we've seen the hexacore awning on the X1N. Now in addition to that, on the X1, rather than having the infill panels, you've actually got a tropical roof cover that connects to the top of the awning, stopping any rain from coming here. And you could also option the sails kit as well. So the rear sails kit will Velcro to the very top, okay, and stop any rain coming between here and keeping all this nice and dry. Why we would set this up as well is for days like this. It's sunny, it's hot, we're trying to keep as much shade over the tent as possible. All right, so you can walk all the way around the awning and under here and straight into your tent. Now, if it was raining, we would drop the pole, readjust the guy rope and let the water run straight off. So again, not being in the weather when you're camping. And that's pretty much what people are after. You know, they want to be undercover and as comfortable as they can be most of the time. Moving around the front of the trailer, you've got the front sail kit. Now this is attached by a Velcro here and onto this connecting piece to the main awning. And this is going to stop the awning from blowing off in windy weather. As you can see, it's protecting my man cave and my hot water system. So it's going to give you full 360-degree walk around the whole time. And the X1H is also available with the front sail and the rear sail, and with one extra piece is all you need to seal off the awning. So behind me I've got the X1H. Now the X1H hardly is going to rise up and it's going to push against the back of the awning. It's going to stop any water getting into your kitchen. What I love about the hexacore awning is that you can actually buy the full walls kit, but you don't have to set them all up. What you can do is, like the guys are doing behind me, is set it up so you've got one, privacy and a bit of sunshade as well. Very easy to put on, and you can put them wherever you like. So you can put them at the front, you can put them at the back, you can put them here. Anywhere you like. But what I am going to show you on the X3 is how to set up the full walls kit. Let's do that now.
The Picor awning was grouse. Like we folded that thing out straight away, and within 30 seconds it was up. And
less than a minute.
yeah, and then chucking them extra walls up in that rain was a saviour.
It was a lifesaver. Like
kept everything dry.
We stayed dry. Everything else stayed dry. So
yeah, and all the water ran straight off it. So yeah, even the pack up was very simple as well.
So we've just set up the X3 with the full windbreak walls kit. Now this is going to be perfect for today. It's a very hot day, so it's going to keep a lot of the sun out. Awesome for mum and dad though. It's going to give them a lot of privacy, especially when we're in a big group. But it's also great when the weather really does come in. So when it's raining, you've got these nice little guy ropes that are actually located in a triangular pocket up inside to keep out the way. But these are going to go down to the ground and create a really good water runoff for your awning. Together with the tapered wall down to the floor, it's going to keep that water away from coming back inside your camp. But now we've done that, we'll go and enjoy the rest of the afternoon.
The first thing we noticed when we were towing the X1N was how easy it was.
Yeah. Yeah, which makes you want to take it like anywhere,
Yeah,
especially because you can just throw everything in the back
yeah.
and then just drive.
So let's move on to storage. Now with the X-Range, the X1N, the X1 and the X1H have all the same sort of storage. So I'm going to take you through it on my trailer, the X1, and how it works for me. Now if we move forward to the front of the trailer, this is what we call the man cave. And if we open that up, it reveals, if you option it, the barbecue and barbecue swing away. Your shelf in there as well, which is also an option. And this is where I look at putting tools, straps, hoses, things that I would typically put in my garage. So this is going to be, that place, my go-to area for that sort of storage. We'll run through to the kitchen and I'll show you through that. In the kitchen area, there's plenty of space for all your needs. You've got storage under here for plates, you've got cutlery storage here, you've got cups and mugs, long utensils, salts, peppers, teas, coffees, oils, and as I like to use this as a little bit more electrical, where I've got 2 USB power points. If we come around the back, I'll show you exactly where we put our larger items. So in the back compartment here, this is where you're going to put those big, bulky items that you never really find a space for. So in here I've got my chairs, okay, I've got a table, plenty more for the kids as well. As you can see here on these honeycomb wet storage boxes, these are great for recovery gear, buckets and space for the kids, monster trucks, that sort of stuff. Stuff that you don't want going back in the car or back in the trailer. And then everyone sort of asks, where do I put my dry food? Well, the best space for that is in this large rear drawer system here. With individualized compartments that you can customize, you can store anything from bread to eggs, cans, cereal, crisps, and we've also got our pots and pans storage area here as well. With that, an automotive rubber seal, stopping the dust from getting in when you've got this open all the time. Now let's go into the tent and see how we access the storage there. Stepping inside the tent, this reveals what you're going to need for all your storage for inside here. Clothes storage, toiletry storage, and some charging. So what you can do is buy these boxes. Now, when we go away, there's a rule of thumb. If it doesn't go in the box, it doesn't come with us. And that's how we control how much stuff we take. So, one box for myself, one for Rose, and one for Harry this weekend. That's all we need. So, with that, you've also got a charging shelf. So when we want to charge iPads and phones and things like that, with the 1000-watt inverter, which is available with your tech pack. Also got a space down here for toiletries and other things like so. So I've just got a bucket of toys for the kids on this slide out here. And I think that's the best thing about the X1. You never run out of space.
Yeah, when we were packing the X1N, yeah, we had loads of room really. Everything that we needed.
Yeah.
We could fit in there pretty easily.
Yeah.
So
We could have put more stuff if we needed.
yeah.
When we were getting ready and packing the X1H to come out this weekend, I found there was plenty of room to put everything in. Like the storage boxes were really handy. we packed all our clothes in them.
We had drawers full of food.
Yep.
Camp chairs, all the walls, everything was in there. And we still had drawers we hadn't even put anything in yet.
Yep,
So we
yep,
still had plenty of spare space there. We had
There's still leftover room.
room to charge the laptop, our cameras and that there. That was all just,
Yep.
plenty of storage.
Yeah, that was really handy.
So with the X3, it's very similar to the X1, except we've changed a few things around. By making this bench slightly bigger by about 300 mil, we've given ourselves a lot more storage area for those dry food items. If we lift up this bench here, it still reveals what's common in all the brands is the wet storage area. Great for things like recovery gear, muddy boots, in this case, screw pegs, and obviously floor mats. So we spoke a lot about the rear drawer and the other storage areas on this side when we were loading up the trailer. But what we didn't get to see is where all the big storage things go. Things like tables, chairs, large storage boxes, they all go in the rear here, and it's a massive area. There's also some really cool little spaces for those little items that you might take away. So let's go inside and let's see how that looks. Sitting in here in the X3, with all this sort of space around you, there's so many different compartments that you can use for all your storage. One of the great features of these backrests open up so you can store things like books or smalls or jumpers, that sort of stuff that you don't need all the time, but nice to access. There's another storage area exactly the same there, and of course you have access to that rear drawer that we saw from inside, so you can really pick and choose where you're going to store those items. Under my seat here, there's another large storage area. Then you have the option to be able to option the coffee lift mechanism. If you don't go for that option, you do get a larger storage area. But what's really cool, it pops out of there, easy to access, and somewhere to store that certain coffee machine. You have obviously more storage to the top of the fridge that's in here. So when you're at night time, you're able to access that and grab a bottle of water. One thing that nobody really shows you, and I'm going to show you in this video, is up under this seat, there's another storage area up under the wheel arch. Guys, 2,000 litres of storage on an X3, more than enough for a good weekend away.
The rear drawer was really good, and I loved being able to access it from the inside as well. That is a really good idea. You don't have to go out in the elements then, it's just there, everything's there. And it's a huge storage drawer.
I think as you used the camper, you found more places that opened up that you thought, well, what was that? You know, didn't know that was there. There were loads of, they've utilised every little corner and nook in there as a storage space. Close it, you close up, so yeah, it's very good.
So here we are in the X3 kitchen. Now the biggest thing about the X3 kitchen is the fact that we can fit a 75 litre fridge right here. So much bigger than the X1. There's also more bench space with another 300mm added to the side box there, giving you more bench space when you're cooking and prepping for a large group like we have this weekend. Now, with that, we've also lifted the Patriot Campers drawer, which means you still can be doing all your prepping whilst accessing all your salts, your peppers, your teas, your coffees, oils. In front of Ellie here, we've got another great storage space for more dry food, your canned food. And then in front of Mum, where the stove is, above that, a great space for your long barbecue tongs, your spatulas, your sharp knives, keeping them out of the way of the kids. And to the right of that, you've got your nice spice rack holder. Let's see where they're cooking these, which is on the Weber out the front. One of my favourite features of all of the Patriot Campers range is the barbecue swingaway with the Weber. Now, these are pretty good pizzas by the looks of it, and this one's almost done. As you can see, the mini BBQ is perfect for every type of camp style cooking. So what we'll do, we'll cook these, we'll have lunch, and we'll finish off the rest of the day.
I think the kitchen area where you can store your food products, the eggs, and everything's been really well thought out with for every possible food item that you might want to take.
I really like the Dometic stove. That thing just, when we cooked dinner, that was just, it was instantly hot, instantly boiling them veggies.
Yep.
And having the Dometic fridge there as well, it's a little L-shaped little L shape. Everything was
kitchen,
everything was there as you needed. The prep table, everything was right there.
Yeah, and having all the drawers handy right in front of you. You can just grab, everything's in arm's reach right in front of you. You can grab whatever you need.
Yeah, it really felt like we're just at home.
At home, cooking in our own
Really.
kitchen, yep.
So the new shower tent that you can buy from Patriot Supply is a great addition to the X1, especially when the kids need a shower, and obviously after a hot day, we all need a shower as well. What I'm gonna do, we'll put your bag in here, Rose. I'm gonna head round and we're gonna set the temperature so it's nice and for you. Oh, perfect, excellent. Now, all we gotta do is Rose knows how to turn on the shower, so she's gonna get in there, and then in the shower she gets, and we are done. So now we're going to talk about power. In all of the models, every model features a Red Arc battery management system with a 30 amp charge, all depending whether you upgrade to different options. On the X1N, slightly different. We go for a bit more of a basic setup where you've got your rocker switches, so you can turn things off individually as you see them, and you've also got your water level gauge independent from everything else. Your airbag suspension, so you can level your trailer up nice and easily when you pull up to camp. And also you get your two 12-volt outlets in the kitchen so you can charge your phones or any other devices. We've also got a 350 watt inverter on the X1N, so why don't I show you that now? Now over this side of the trailer is where we've located the 350 watt inverter. Now this is powered by the 150 amp hour batteries supplied as standard in the X1N. And that's perfect for charging things like electric bikes and other small appliances.
Yeah, this weekend we only really needed to charge our phones, and we had a laptop as well that we charged. But yeah, definitely makes it easier having the power within the camper, because I don't know, when you go camping at other places,
Yeah.
you got to go find a power point that's probably
Go leave your phone in the bathroom.
5 k's
or...
away at
Yeah.
the head office or whatnot. But
Yeah.
having it there and there definitely works. So
We weren't worried about anything going flat or
yeah, it's convenient
anything like that.
for sure.
So here we are with the X1H. Now the X1H and the X1 run the same power options. This one's got the tech pack. So you've got the battery management system upgrade, the 1000 watt inverter, and the airbag suspension. With the Red Vision app, you can operate all the lighting and all the power points in here without leaving the tent. You've also got the Webasto diesel hot water system with heating that's been optioned on this trailer. So perfect for those colder nights. And here is your switch for when you need to operate the hard lid when you can't find that remote. USB points here, 12 volt here, and 2 of those inside your tent. Okay, so you can charge your devices at night time. With your airbags, you can level the trailer up perfect for setting up base camp. And also another great feature this has been optioned with is the GME UHF radio. Perfect for keeping in contact with people who are around the campsite. Located here, perfect for storage. Now the X1H also has its full ambient lighting that's fully dimmable. As you can see with the nice bit of coverage here, Josh is able to continue those emails using that 1000 watt inverter.
We didn't have to worry about charging the power all weekend. We didn't mean it, but we ended up in the most perfect spot with the lid flipped up and the Red Arc solar panel on top. That was perfectly in the sun during the day, and the rest of the tent,
Yeah, the
was
tent
in
was
the
still in the
shade, so
shade.
it stayed nice and cool the whole day.
Another great feature of the X1H is that if you misplace your keys, which
It would be you that would do that.
yes, there is a hardwired button on the main control panel, which is super easy to use.
So here we are with the X3, and I'm going to run you through the power, which is slightly different to the rest of the models. So on this, you have a full shore power system. So you can power those appliances that can't be powered off your inverter. You've also got your Red Arc, Red Vision battery management system. So this incorporates your solar, your 240 and charging off the car. Now here, this is a one-touch panel, so you can basically incorporate your water level gauges, all your battery management system and all your lighting into one panel that can be controlled off your phone. So what we'll do is we'll turn on some lights and get the awning going. As you can see, it's really nice and really easy to operate. With this as well, we can see exactly where our solar's being charged and how much we're putting in and exactly where our batteries are sitting at. You can also power the water pump, which is linked to your 130 litres of water on the X3. You've got two 12-volt outlets here. There's two on the back of the trailer and there's two inside. And you've got a pop-up power tower linked to a 1500-watt inverter as standard. You'll also notice the airbag suspension as well, which is featured on the other models. The diesel hot water system control panel, which is then going to turn on your diesel hot water system and heating whenever you like. And you can set timers for it to come on and off at certain times of the day. What we'll do is we'll go inside and I'll show you that pop-up power tower. So here we are inside the X3. Now with just a reach to my right here is your pop-up power tower with two USB ports and two power ports. So you can charge anything that requires a 1500-watt inverter. Also reaching around the back here, there's a switch for your diesel heating fan. So that's going to got two speeds, a slow speed and a fast speed, depending on how much heat you want to put inside the trailer. And to my left, there are two power outputs that are directly next to your table, so whilst you're working or you're charging something else, it's conveniently located. Now I think it's time that we enjoy the rest of the afternoon and get the fire started. So we've brought the crew up here to Bluff Creek and we're going to hit a few light tracks this afternoon. So what we're going to do is we're going to show you guys why it's so important to have a really capable off-road camper trailer. Now you've got two recovery points on the back and they're perfect for when you're in a sticky situation or if someone else is in a sticky situation and being able to recover those people. You've also got airbag suspension. You're going to see today how well it works on these off-road tracks going in and out of potholes, keeping your camper trailer level and also smooth so everything inside isn't rattling around. You've got mud terrain tyres on a Patriot Camper as well, and that's throughout the whole range. This is going to provide you better grip when in those off-road tracks and also on the beach. You can let them right down so you're going to stay on top of that sand, which is going to make it easier and stop you getting bogged so much. Now, what we'll do, we'll show you a little bit more on how these things perform with the rest of the crew on the tracks. Let's go.
Towing the X1H off-road was a breeze. We literally didn't even know that thing was behind us. It was pretty corrugated going in and going through them water crossings with a lot of rocks underneath. We didn't even know it was there. And the water depth was fine, but it was good to know that if we did go through some deeper crossing, we could whip them airbags up and get that extra clearance.
Yep.
Towing the X1N was actually quite easy.
Yeah.
We took it yesterday to a couple of trails. Yeah, we actually did a water crossing for the first time with it on the back.
Yeah.
Which was quite, interesting because that was the first time we've ever done it. And
You wouldn't have even known it was on the back?
no, just wherever you moved your car, it followed you.
Yeah.
And
Adjust well.
yeah, definitely. Really smooth.
How are you guys travelling?
Yeah, it's a bit wet over here, but we're coping all right, I reckon. What about you over there? Do they like the rain, or what do you reckon?
They're loving the rain. They're just on top of the bed, and this is another reason why you've got to get on top of the trailer, not be on the floor.
Yeah, that's it.
I think this is going to pass soon, but I'd be interested if it continues, how we're going to go tomorrow morning getting out.
Yeah, it's going to be a bit tricky getting out in all this wet.
I think we've got the cars for it though, right?
Yeah, we got the right cars, that's for sure.
Oh, well, fingers crossed, only another couple of minutes and it'll be good.
Yeah, that's it. It'll pass over soon.
Have you checked your radar?
Yeah, Elle's just got the radar up now, or it's quite red.
Yeah, she's coming. This is fingers crossed, it'll pass. This stuff will soak up real quick, so we should be all right.
Yeah, they'd be used to it out here for sure.
Hold tight, we'll be good soon.
Over and out.
Roger, Dodger. Oh, what are you guys up to?
I'm just preparing dinner, mate. We've just got a couple of veggies steaming up here, just get them nice and soft before we chuck on the Weber.
Lovely.
McAllister's seasoning up the lamb she's butterflies, so it cooks nice and quickly. Because yeah, after that rain, we didn't want to miss out on dinner.
Nah, well, it was coming down. I watched you guys start putting down the windbreak walls, which is awesome, which is exactly what they're used for. You stayed nice and dry in here.
We did, mate. We didn't want to miss out on dinner, so we chucked up the full walls and the sail there, so everything stayed nice and dry and we're good to go.
I'm really happy about that. And how's the Dometic stove going? It looks like it's absolutely cranking.
Yeah, we've only just had this on for a couple of minutes, so we've got 2 full pots there of veggies, big crew to feed tonight, so that is ready to go. That is boiling really quickly and everything's good.
We'll keep going. They're going to crack on with that. I'm going to see what the rest of the team are doing and we'll go from there. How are we travelling, mate? We're almost there.
Almost there, mate. Corn's done, potatoes and that's done. Cooking up some gravy right now.
Perfect.
Yeah, everything's ready to go, but forget about this. Come check out what we've got over here.
Oh, what have you got for us?
We've got a little secret.
Is that
for
lamb
you.
coming along?
Yeah. Have a look at this. It's one of my best ever. I'm actually really proud of that.
I knew I brought you along for a reason.
I know. That is good. That is good to go. We're ready to serve up.
Absolutely. Well, look, let's chop it up and let's feed everyone else.
All right, let's do it.
Okay.
So it was really great catching up with Ellie and Harry and Tommy and his family.
Yeah, and Colin and Jane,
Yeah,
it was just an awesome environment. Everyone just got along so well. The kids had an absolute ball.
Yeah.
Of course, a couple of cheeky drinks and just it was an absolutely great time. Good vibes. That's what camping's all about. We've met some new people along the way,
Good
and
food.
this is what it's all about.
Yep.
Coming camping with Tommy and the kids is always something I've always wanted to do. So this has been, for me, this has been a perfect weekend to spend time with them.
Everything revolves around surfing for us, so it was a nice change to come out, and even the rain yesterday was fun. Like, it was cool watching that come in.
But yeah, we had everything we needed. It was something that we thought that people come out west and they sort of rough it. But yeah, with the kitchen and
we were in luxury.
Yeah, and the fridge and the power supply.
Yeah, it was just easy.
Yeah, it was easy. Feel like we're at home, but
yeah,
we're on a camping trip. So
happy campers.
Well, that's it from us tonight. We're going to enjoy the rest of this fire. But a big thank you to Bluff Creek Campground for letting us come to this amazing spot. Now, if you want to know more about the MY21 Patriot Campers range, jump online to check out more info and find your local dealer.